starting to get calls, at least 2 to 3 calls a week regarding clients that need to sell or affordability issues. So it's starting to happen. So this is the surface. Yeah, we're nowhere near where this is at the bottom. Hey, Steve Zelnardo here with RE/MAX Experts, Zelnardo Associates. We're here in hot takes and hot news in real estate. So Chris is going to ask me a few questions of what's currently happening in the market.
We have people talking about this new thing called FOOP, and they're calling it the new FOMO. So FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
They're saying FOOP is the fear of
overpaying. Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Yeah, so fear of overpaying is a real thing. I think there's many factors to this, and obviously if you're an investor or you're a first-time buyer, you need to sit tight naturally, unless it's some killer deal and some emotional purchase where it's perfect location, you're never going to get this property again. Then naturally you're going to buy it on emotion. But I think right now, if you are buying up, it's still a good time, because what happens is you're selling let's say a townhouse, you're moving to a detached. The prices, if they came down together at 20%, the higher price houses are coming down or losing more in value rather than their townhouse. So you'll be paying less mortgage in the future. So that's still a good time for people that are upsizing for sure.
Do you think we're going to hit a point where people switch from having that mindset of fear of overpaying to fear of missing out again? People
are going to have this fear of overpaying. It's going to be a while. And it's going to get worse. Obviously, with whatever's in the media right now, all the negativity, it just keeps, ramping on people's minds. Bang, bang, like, oh, there's overpaying, and houses are coming down. So it's obviously going to be a long transition where people are always going to feel like they're overpaying. The only thing is, if you're smart and you understand the market during this period, well, people are saying, oh, you're overpaying, and then you see the people buying underneath these people because they're sitting on the fence not buying, and you're like, hey, the market's going to start to trend, and you start making these purchases, and then these people are still having that negative mindset, and we're already on the purchasing power. They're going to buy at a higher rate. So you got to be agile. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen, right? The inflation still, I think it was 7% the last time I checked in August. I don't think they released the September ratios yet, but that's high. They have to get down to 2%. And I was watching a video this morning where they're talking about the history. I always look at the US because naturally we follow suit. It's not overnight where you snap your fingers and it's like a correction. It's like, okay, we were at 7% inflation, now we're down to 2%. No, it could take like 5 to 7 years to get down to that 2% again. We know the UK is starting to print money right now, which is kind of scary. They're starting to doing quantitative easing again. They're pumping money back into the economy. I don't know, because they're at a high inflation. So this looks like ultimately a global recession naturally, and yeah, it's gonna happen for sure.
People are starting to think that the U.S. and Canada as well are gonna make that U-turn of cutting back and start going forward like the UK is doing.
Printing money again? I don't know.
If they do that, how do you think that would affect the real estate market?
We have to go back. We have to bring the prices down. So this is, if they have an opportunity to do that now. I think with the government locked in for 3 years, I think they're gonna make some pain here. I think, just for me. Do they start printing money again? I don't think the US does it either. I think they just bury it, to be honest. And I think we're going to follow suit. I don't know why UK started printing money. They must see something different. And I think that's related to energy. If they did print money, would it stimulate the market and bring things back? I mean, what are they going to do? The only way to bring things back is to lower the interest rates. So if they start pumping cash in, and the rates start coming down, yeah, people are going to buy. I think it's a natural reaction. Like, okay, well, the market's corrected itself, let's do it. And maybe the inflation's still at 6%. So I don't know. It'd be foolish if they did that. Obviously, they're on the right path, rather. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's
some people saying that this is just the beginning of the Toronto housing crisis. What do you think about that? Are we at the beginning, the end, middle?
No, we're in the beginning. We're just scratching the surface. The only thing that I know, you talk to people, they're like, it's not going to go anywhere, and we're fine, and it's okay. People are going to hold. Some people are in such elite groups that they don't know what the general public goes through on a daily basis to survive. They're talking about their 1%ers that are making X amount of dollars, that yeah, it's okay, we're going to hold. We can hold. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We got a $1 million mortgage, $2 million mortgage. The amount of money we make, we'll hold it. That's fine, right? But it doesn't tell you about the families that bought a semi-detached or a detached in this area or like Kleinberg, or if it's north of the city, whatever it is. Like, these people are struggling. You know, they've taken on big mortgages the last couple of years, and they're holding a bag of just debt. And I can imagine the weight on their shoulders right now as everything gets more expensive and there's less money in your bank account every month. And also people that over leverage themselves. You know, maybe they knew the risk and they said, screw it, let's just do it. You know, this is what we want. We want this. We want to be next to this person. We want that school and this whole thing. And now I'm starting to get calls, at least 2 to 3 calls a week regarding clients that need to sell or affordability issues. So it's starting to happen. So this is the surface. Yeah, we're nowhere near where this is at the bottom, which is like shit to say. Like, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it's reality. I hate coming on these you know, the video and talking like this, but it's the truth. But the light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to look at optimistic, it's basically, yeah, we're going to go through this spout. It's going to correct a lot of things, but real estate's going to be great here. You know, it's still a great country to live in. So if you look at it optimistically, yeah, we have to go through this rut right now, but ultimately we're going to have a great opportunity to buy some great real estate in the future and do it all over again. And then maybe as everyone kind of learned from this cycle right now, that they're going to, you know, when they're buying, they're being more cautious in the future. So we need this. It's just basically, when you get sick, your immune system breaks down, you need to sit in bed for like 5 days or whatever, and then ultimately you come out and, you know, you got to build up your strength, then you get back to the gym, you're stronger than ever. So same idea. We've caught a flu.
Do you think we'll ever get back to those prices that we had in February, March?
Yeah, I think so. I think, but I've always predicted early on, like, and again, it's a prediction, it's not based on any data. It's got to take a while. I think 5 to 7 years to get back to where we were in like March of 22. Yeah, but again, these are way predictions. Does it happen sooner? Does it happen later? And again, that's something we'll find out. Hey guys, if you like these videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll get you on the next one. Thanks.